There were protests in major cities across the country over the weekend after Memphis officials released video of the deadly police beating of Tyre Nichols. Footage of the traffic stop, or so they call it, was made public on Friday. The 5 officers involved have all been fired and indicted on several charges, including second-degree murder. Joining us now, Tyre Nichols' parents, Rovon and Rodney Wells. Also with us is the family's attorney, Ben Crump. And we call this a traffic stop, although a number of experts on our show this morning have said they're not sure exactly what Tyre did to have police stopping him. So I just want to clarify that. Rovon, as Tyre's mom, I'm just curious. I'm feeling for you and wondering how you are coping and how you are getting through each hour of each day since this happened.
Well, it's been very difficult. I'm still trying to process all of this. I guess basically what keeps me going is the fact that I always felt like my son was sent here on an assignment, and he's completed that assignment. And so that's what keeps me going day in and day out. I also feel as though my son's heart was that of a modern day Messiah, because that's the only thing that's the only thing that'll keep me going right now, because why else would he have been sacrificed for the greater good?
He was your baby, 4 children. You say, yeah. How is his son, and is the community supporting you in a way that you need?
His son is doing the best. He hasn't comprehended it all by him being 4 years old. So he really don't know what's going on. We'll have to deal with that as he gets older. And yes, to answer your question, the community is surrounding me in a beautiful way. Our family.
Rodney, I'm curious how you are coping, how you think Rovon is coping, and what your message is to the Memphis community and the country.
I'm hanging in there. I have to stay strong for the family, and my wife is doing a remarkable job under the circumstances. This has been very, very difficult for the whole family. Anytime you lose a loved one so suddenly and so tragically, it's very, very difficult to deal with. And as far as the community, as my wife also stated, we couldn't ask for anything more. It's been a blessing the way that everybody has been protesting peacefully, especially here in Memphis. And so we're very proud of the city of Memphis and the support that we have received.
So, Attorney Ben Crump, Rovon was talking about Tyre's mission, his purpose in this world, and he certainly, in what has happened to him, exposed something here, something much, much bigger than anyone could have ever imagined. And I wonder if you could speak to the long road to restoring trust in a community that feels scared of its police department. When you look at this video, you see these 5 officers. You know there were other officers standing around. You know there was this delayed response to even give him care. There was this failure to pull back on the violence and failure to administer care. I don't even know where to begin. But while the community is listening to Rovon's call for peace, it is a very difficult position this community is in when they feel like they cannot trust their cops.
You're absolutely right, Mika. This video is appalling, and it underscores what people like Reverend Al and so many of our civil rights leaders have been saying for decades, that there's a culture that exists within police departments, not just in Memphis, but across America, where they engage in excessive use of force on communities, black and brown. And it's not the race of the police officer that is the determining factor of whether they engage in this excessive use of force, but it is the race of the citizen, the black and brown citizens, because Mika, we don't see videos of unarmed white citizens being engaged with this type of excessive force. So we have to make Rovon's prayer come true. We have to have something greater good come out of this tragic video where these police officers savagely beat and killed her son. And that's why we asked President Biden when we were on the call with him that he has to use this as an opportunity to marshal the United States senators, Senator Schumer, Senator Cory Booker, and they also need to reach out to the House of Representatives and put the George Floyd justice and policing back on the table, because if not, how many more hashtags, Mika, are we going to see? How many more videos?
Reverend Al.
Rovon, Reverend Sharpton, one of the things that has impressed me with you in particular is every time you've spoken and every time I've talked to you and your husband, Rodney, you've also stressed how you want to make sure this does not happen to anyone else. Many of the families we're bringing in that are going to be there at the funeral on Wednesday. And I want you to speak to why that is so important to you. Obviously, you as a minister, you just make me smile every time you say how God used your son, and I believe that. But you seem to really want your son to stand for just more than his case, but that it not be something, that it leads to something that prevents this from continuing to happen. And how Rodney and him worked together. This was a kid to come home and eat dinner. This was an exemplary kind of young man. And there are all kinds of people around this country that need to understand the kind of person he was.
Well, my son was a beautiful soul. He was a good boy. And the thing that bothers me the most, it's just so many children that is being brutalized and killed by the police. As I said before, I feel like my son was sacrificed for the greater good, and it's going to be a lot of good that comes out of this. Hopefully we can help another kid and another family not go through something like this. My son will always be remembered, and I will continue to fight until justice is served for him.
Let's not let her down. Rovon and Rodney Wells, thank you both. Attorney Ben Crump, thank you very much as well for being on the show this morning.